Hello and welcome back to Good Game Nation, where we bring you all things TCG. My name is Preston. I'm here with Sam. Say hello.
I really love when we get to cover Queen because I get to use this Queen wallpaper, and I
Oh,
I
so
really
good,
enjoy this Queen wallpaper.
so good. Love it.
Hmm.
My favorite queen.
Yeah, Queen.
That is right. We are covering Kingdoms of Intrigue Blue today. You saw the
Yes.
thumbnail. We are going to talk about what we think and if it's any good.
Yeah.
Uh, Interesting set for blue.
I'm really happy, with this set of blue. I don't think it's better than necessarily some of the other colors, like when you look at them like holistically, but I'm really happy to see support for these set one leaders that felt like they were kind of just left behind. But
Hmm.
let's get into Queen first. This deck is based around Queen. Queen has a pretty cool effect. Dawn times one when attacking. If the total number of cards in your life and hand is less than four or less, draw one card. If you have a character with 8 cost or higher, instead of drawing a card, you can add up to one card from the top of your life to your deck to your life. Ugh, I think I read it last time too, and it was a mouthful.
It's
Um,
a lot.
it's a lot. It's a cool effect. Life regaining is OP as hell.
Mhm.
There's not a ton of targets yet for this, but we'll get into that. But it's a pretty cool effect. There's not a lot of support in yellow, at least right now, because it's mostly trigger based. But this is a pretty cool leader effect. I just don't know if the execution was right.
Yeah, I mean, and something that could always get better.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't say that it has to be a 8 cost animal pirate or anything,
Nope.
so it could be a big mom or something.
Katakuri.
It could be Katakuri. So it has potential. It's very weird. 4 life or less and hand is really such a weird stipulation. I guess blue does have a lot of ability to lower your hand amount. Um, but it's odd. It's very odd to ask a player to get to this point to just add a life. Big Mom has a better option, I think, on adding lives. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
And I don't know if we have a lot of good Beast Pirate stuff here. We finally have a searcher, both purple and blue. We're gonna love this guy. Top five.
Hmm.
Can't add a who's who. That's fine.
Hmm.
They got a great 2K combo in the Sasaki. He basically is a reshuffle. I was a big fan of that red event card in set one. I was thinking probably play one of those. You never know, but here they
Hmm.
have it installed into their 2K. And if you
Yeah.
played purple at any point, you know how rough these hands can get. So this Sasaki is great news if you're really struggling.
Yeah, the community proclaimed Blurple Kaido got a huge like boost in this with all of
Absolutely.
these blue cards. You no longer have to play 2 archetypes. You can play all of the same thing, which makes your searchers better.
Hmm.
Um, and set like you were saying, set one search for purple was smile, and it just didn't have enough to make any sense. Even now, I don't think a smile like deck would make sense. It doesn't have enough cards, in my opinion. But now you have a badass blue Kaido um,
Yeah.
that you can, I think, 100% drop the nuke
Yep.
for this card.
Hmm.
Obviously,
No.
people are going to probably still play one of the below the board because, holy crap, if you need it and you're playing against Law or someone that just it's just a pain and they're just going to get 4 cards the next turn anyways. If you could blow the board and get it an advantage against something like that, it's not a bad thing to do.
True.
But I think this card's just overall just better.
Yeah. You
No
could
minuses to your Dawn.
you
That's
could
incredible.
back to back this guy hypothetically. You could just play him over and over and over, or you could play this one next turn. Play the 9 drop. You just
Hmm.
have so many options with this Kaido.
Hmm.
I'm not a huge fan of King. I think just drawing a card is pointless. 7 drops for blue are very contested anyway.
Yeah.
You have Dofi, and then what I would play Soge King over this as well.
Hmm.
I'm a huge fan of the ulti. I think this ulti is really cool. I don't know. That deck's probably going to be very tight on space, so I don't know if you're going to be able to play it. But this is a pretty good blue universal card, being able to bottom deck, to
Hmm.
understand or bottom deck a 2 or less. You're thinking about
Right.
Law or Zora more likely being a really annoying matchup. This is a pretty good card to support that matchup. And I'm loving this potential blue purple Kaido list. And being able to search Onigashima probably cuts Jack out of your deck as well. How many times have you guys played purple and you're like, God, if I had Onigashima, I'd probably win in this game. Well, you have a searcher for it now, so I'm very excited to see what the blue purple Kaido is going to do.
Yeah, I do like the duality between King and Jack, where King gets his ability on play because he's a better character and stronger. Well, Jack gets it while he gets KO'd because all he does is lose.
Yeah,
So it's a really fun, like duality of King and Jack. But also there's stuff like page one that lets you draw one and then you place the card back to the bottom of your deck.
pretty cool card.
And then I forgot all the art for these cards are
They're
their beast
Zoan. Yeah, they're
forms. They're
beast
Zoan
forms.
forms.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Incredible. We've been
Finally.
kind of waiting. Yeah, exactly. Finally, we've been waiting for. I mean, all of these characters are Zoan types, so we wanted to see this version of them,
Yeah.
and we finally got it. Um, so, I mean, even Black Maria is decent.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're all pretty good
little
cards.
expensive, but decent. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty good cards. And then the last thing coming out of blue. No, we're not going to talk about VV. We talked about VV over here. I'm going to link it right there. We did get a couple East blue cards, kind of like green, where they were spread out here. There's a couple to boost a different Nami archetype. Our Nami's obviously been played very, very differently than I think intended, which is very silly. They should have known we were going to go crazy with that. But they're trying to push more of a East blue narrative, which I know you're a huge fan of, so please go ahead and go.
Yeah, I'm super happy to see it. I like what people have done with it, and I hope that they ruin the game more often. Like
Yeah.
that is what we need to do to make them make a better card game,
Yeah.
is play decks unexpectedly and then just destroy the game with it. Do well with those bad decks. They're annoying to play against, but they're awesome to see what the creativity of the community. But we get Apis, we get Ipon Pine, which is I don't think his name in English, but the auto translate, and then Hanger are all cards that you could put into a full East Blue deck. Apis is from a filler, one of the first filler arcs that I remember in the anime, and she searches East Blue cards off the top five, which is a good deep searcher. And then the rest of them are mostly like do a thing, trash a card, or draw one, trash a card, which is great. Great for a healthier Nami. And it might keep the leader in the game a little bit longer if we don't completely make bull stuff. But also, Apis is a 2K counter, so they're just giving that leader more. You could play Jack in that if you want to single draw one at 2 cost. If you want to have a more fighting focus, like ulti is good for that also. There's just a lot of good blue cards, and that Nami deck is only going to get better. And talking about things that aren't going to get better, these playgrounds and Ice Oni stuff feels like trash to me right now. So we're probably not going to talk too much more about it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. Is this queen stuff good? My only issue is that it takes up a lot of card space in your deck. I think you have to fully commit to it, and there's not enough to really like commit to it. It lets you search these 2 cards. It really helps maybe get Queen's ability active, but I'm pretty sure this guy's going to trade for free after he's on the board. I don't know. In the comments, guys, is there strats for this? Is there something that you're looking at that's going to really, take these Ice Onis up to the next level? I think there probably will be more support for it next set. I'm hoping for some different darts maybe. But, we'll see. Are there any other combos? Is Blue Purple Kaido tier 1 now? I'm certainly thinking so. Like A tier minimum. Little consistency of that deck is just not going to be fun for everything else, which I'm excited for.
Yeah, absolutely. Blurple Kaido has to rise in value with all of this support. I can't imagine it doesn't.
Hard, yeah, it's really hard to imagine. But that would do it from our set 4 color blue review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, please do all the YouTube things like comment, subscribe, and we will see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye bye. Queen wallpaper is so funny.
I love Queen. He's a little Eggman.
Eggman.
Eggman?
Do you think he's based off of Dr. Eggman? No.
No.
Kinda. They're kind of both evil scientists.
Yeah.
Sonic and Sanji are both really fast.